You woke up at 6 a.m. You answered emails before breakfast. You had back-to-back meetings. You made a to-do list and then a to-do list for your to-do list. By 9 p.m., you collapsed on the couch, completely exhausted. And yet, if someone asked you, what did you actually accomplish today? You'd struggle to answer. Sound familiar? Here's the uncomfortable truth nobody talks about. Busyness is not productivity. It's a disguise. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what's hiding underneath it and how to finally escape it. Here's the first thing you need to understand. Busyness feels productive, and that feeling is the trap. When you're busy, your brain releases a small hit of dopamine, the same chemical behind social media likes and slot machines. You feel like you're making progress, but feeling busy and being effective are two completely different things. Researchers at Harvard Business School found something shocking. They studied thousands of workers and discovered that the people who reported feeling the busiest were often the least impactful in their organizations. Why? Because they confused motion with progress. You can be in motion all day and still end up exactly where you started. So what's actually causing this? After studying the science of time, focus, and human behavior, it comes down to three hidden culprits. Let's meet them. Culprit number one is called urgency addiction. Your brain is wired to respond to what feels urgent, not what's actually important. This goes back 200,000 years. If a lion was chasing you, the urgent thing was to run. That wiring saved your life. But today, there's no lion. There's just a notification, a Slack message, an email marked urgent by someone who marks everything urgent. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi called this the tyranny of the urgent, when small, pressing tasks crowd out the big, meaningful ones. Here's a quick test. Most busy people spend 80% of their day in the bottom left box. Urgent, but not actually important. The truly productive live in the top right box. Important, but never urgent, because they planned ahead. The fix? Every morning, ask yourself one question before opening your phone. What is the one thing that, if I completed it today, would make everything else easier or unnecessary? Do that first, before the emails, before the meetings, before the noise. Culprit number two is sneakier. It's called pseudo-productivity, and you've probably done it today without realizing it. Pseudo-productivity is any activity that looks and feels like work, but produces no real output. Examples? Cal Newport, author of Deep Work, calls this busyness as a proxy for productivity. When we don't have a clear measure of results, we use visible activity as the substitute. We stay online longer, we reply faster, we look busier, because being seen as busy has become a badge of honor. The fix? End each day with a done list, not a to-do list. Write down only what you actually completed that moved the needle. You'll quickly see the gap between how busy you felt and how much real progress you made. Culprit number three might be the most expensive one, and it's costing you hours every single day. It's called the context switching tax. Every time you switch from one task to another, checking Instagram, answering a text, jumping between projects, your brain doesn't instantly refocus. It leaves behind what neuroscientists call attention residue. A landmark study from the University of California, Irvine found it takes an average of 23 minutes and 15 seconds to fully refocus after a single interruption. Think about that. 5 interruptions, almost 2 hours of deep focus, gone. And most people get interrupted dozens of times per day. The fix? Use time blocking. Schedule specific, uninterrupted windows for your most important work. Label them like appointments. Protect them like your life depends on it. Even 90 minutes of uninterrupted deep work beats 8 hours of distracted busyness. Now, here's the part nobody talks about. The reason most people stay trapped in busyness, even after they learn all these techniques, it's an identity problem. Somewhere along the way, you started to believe that being busy is who you are. It became your personality, your proof of worth, your answer when people ask, "How are you?" But ask yourself honestly, if I stopped being busy, would I still feel valuable? For many people, the discomfort of stillness drives them back into busyness, not because they need to be busy, but because stillness forces them to face questions they're not ready to answer. Am I making progress on what actually matters? Am I living the life I actually want? Am I moving toward my goals, or just running from my fears? For many people, the discomfort of stillness drives them back into busyness, not because they need to be busy, but because stillness forces them to face questions they're not ready to answer. Am I making progress on what actually matters? Am I living the life I actually want? Am I moving toward my goals, or just running from my fears? This is not wasted time. This is the most productive 15 minutes of your week. All right, now that you understand why you're stuck, let's build a system to get out. Here are the 5 shifts that will transform you from perpetually busy to genuinely productive. Shift 1. Replace your to-do list with a priority list. Stop listing everything you could do. Every night, write your top 3 MITs, the 3 tasks that will actually move your life or work forward tomorrow. Nothing else goes on that list. Shift 2. Design your environment for focus. Willpower is a myth. Your environment is stronger than your intentions. Remove distractions before you need to resist them. Phone in a different room. Notifications off. 1 tab open, 1 task visible. Shift 3. Work in sprints, not marathons. Use the Pomodoro technique or 90-minute ultradian rhythms. Work in focused bursts, then recover. Your brain cannot sustain deep focus for 8 straight hours. Honor your biology. Shift 4. Audit your commitments ruthlessly. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to something that matters. Review your weekly commitments. Ask, if I hadn't already agreed to this, would I choose to do it today? If the answer is no, cut it. Shift 5. Measure outcomes, not hours. Stop tracking how long you worked. Start tracking what you produced. Did you finish the proposal? Did you make the call? Did you ship the work? Hours are inputs. Results are outputs. Only outputs move your life forward. Here's the truth I want you to leave with today. You are not lazy. You are not unmotivated. You are not broken. You are just playing a game designed to keep you moving, not to help you arrive. The most successful, fulfilled people in the world are not the busiest. They are the most intentional. They do less, but they do the right things, deeply, consistently, and without apology. Starting today, pick just 1 shift from this video. Not all 5, just 1. Practice it for 7 days. Watch what changes. If this video gave you even 1 thing that clicked, share it with someone who needs to hear it. You might change their week. And if you want to go deeper on building systems that actually work, subscribe. Because next week, we're covering why your brain sabotages your goals and the 1 habit that stops it. Until then, stop being busy. Start being effective.